Welcome back to Coaching for Impact. It's always a pleasure to have you. My name is Newton Siele.
Nadine Ocheng here. A pleasure to always be here with you.
And Nadine, I couldn't help remembering the other day there was this big announcement by the Betting and Control Board that was asking media stations to pause for 30 days advertising on betting. Why, why do you think we're going wrong? And maybe even as you prepare to answer that, today's topic is about that myth of immediate change. Why are we as I don't know if it's Kenyans, but as human beings, always seeking to get things immediately? Like, almost the microwave generation. Yes.
I think, Newton, the pressure in the world today, now the reality is we fail as communities to understand basically that anything that is gonna last has to be built for some time. Even as we take foundations of the house, is that if there is no keenness put in it, it means there is more investment put in it. Actually, foundations are the most expensive part of the house, and people will tell you that. But our societies today have tended to receive this information from out there that you can instantly make it. And I think this thing from Bitcoins and all these other things have sold the idea that you can quickly make a break, Newton.
To the fact that you could be on your phone,
yes,
and there's a game where there's a plane that is going, and as the plane is going, in 2 minutes, you estimate where the plane is stopping, you become a millionaire. I mean, really, I couldn't help seeing people that have... we call it premium tiers,
yes,
because of making mistakes where they're expected to get really quick riches, and yet right from the time that we were born, we used to have this famous Swahili saying. I don't know, you also did methali in school, right? We were told that haraka haraka
haina baraka,
haina baraka, and what I keep asking myself is, why are we living in a world today where people are seeking immediate results? They want things now. From wealth, from career, from promotion. Yes.
Newton, the reality is that the people who lived before us, they had in place some ethics in light of what you're achieving, how you're achieving it. So for me, the reality is how you are getting to this space is more important than the immediate results. Now, that basically means, Newton, that if I'm going from point A to point B, it means that I pay attention to the details in between. I am not fixated on point B, but I pay attention on the journey that I'm taking. And I think the world today, because of instant results, and this has come about because of internet. Internet it's a good thing, but Newton, it has caused the world to be what it is.
Technology,
yeah,
right?
Because it means anything I want, I can Google right now, I can go on my keypad right now, and immediate. So the reality is that this has gotten into the minds of the people, and the generations that come now feel like, why take the longer route? I mean, if I'm doing an exam, right now people can tell you that many of the answers, many of the submissions are AI generated, other than because
I was going to say that's the other problem, right?
Yeah, it's immediate.
ChatGPT and everything. You just put it in, it
can
pops
I shock
up.
you, Newton? My grade 4 kid goes to GPT to get an answer, and I've been telling her, that's wrong. Let's go back to the book. Let's read the topic so we get to understand it. You can imagine where this is taking us. And I feel there's a danger ahead of us.
No, it's true. We've actually been accused that even our span of concentration has really reduced.
Yeah.
I think we've now been equated to what you would say is the golden fish, right?
Yeah.
Because it has a very short memory span.
span.
And I think some of our listeners and our viewers in our podcast today might not necessarily agree with us, but what we are really saying is that myth of immediate results doesn't really exist, right? It's never hard that you can just be able to have something that pops up without really the requisite work and the ethics that is required. What would you tell our young people today? What should they do so that they can really begin to appreciate that you have to to toil before you can be able to harvest. What would be your message to them?
I think my message is the best part of the results is the process before. Look at it as people who are innovators. The person who innovated the bulb we use today, how many times they failed. Now, in each moment they failed, it was a lesson learned. So we cannot avoid learning lessons. And lessons, Newton, are learned through failure, through mistakes, through the waiting period. That is where we learn lessons. So the immediate result that we go for avoids all the lessons, Newton. So it basically means that we are not learning as communities, but we are more result-oriented.
Which is a problem. And I think for me, actually, as a takeaway for those who are listening and for those who are viewing, we are saying focus on the process. Really focus on the process. Because when you think about it, if you focus on the results, there's a propensity, there's a likelihood that you will want to take a shortcut. And we're saying it doesn't work. You know, it has never worked in gambling, it has never worked in career, it has never worked even in investing. So when you begin to focus on the process, you begin to look towards getting that which you really intend to. What would be your closing?
My closing remark is this. We are always up in arms, demonstrating about our leaders because they tend to be looking for results. We've not asked them. The reality is that shows us that our leaders are also avoiding to put the work in. So for me, I would want to encourage you, who is our audience, that learn to put the work in. At the end of the day, you'll enjoy the results more. Have a wonderful and blessed week.
Thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure. We're just reminding you there is nothing like quick, immediate, and instantaneous results. You have to focus on the process. And please don't believe everything that you see on the internet, whether it's on TikTok, on IG, take it with a pinch of salt. People have worked and sweated before they got their results. Have a blessed day and see you in our next podcast.
See you.